Hey guys, my name is Ashley. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm just going to jump in and talk about the supplies that I use for my houseplants. I'm not going to go over every single specific thing just because there are a lot of different things that I use, but I'll go over the ones that I use the most and the ones that I think are most important. I have 4 categories of things based on just what they have to do with. And then before we hop right into that, I just want to let you know about my frequency of posting videos. I'm still going to do at least 1 video a week, but I've recently come upon a lot more free time, so with that free time I'm hoping to do 2 videos a week. We'll see how that goes, if I can maintain filming them and editing them, so we'll see. But yeah, that's that. I'm sure you can tell I'm outside today on my patio. It is just absolutely gorgeous out, so I figured I would film out here today. So the first category of things that we're going to go over are things for potting and all those supplies that I use for potting. So the number one thing that I'm going to use for potting is a soil mix, which I have in my soil pail. So there are a lot of plant tubers and plant people that create their own soil mixture, and that is why I have my own separate pail, because obviously you can just take soil straight from the bag, whatever potting mix you get. I personally like to make a little more of an airier mixture, so I mix it in this pail. I'm gonna do a separate video for my specific mixture. I'll go over exactly how I make it and what is in it, and I'll show you guys what I do. But basically I use this pail to make my soil mixture, and I think it's very handy if you're going to make your own. I don't know, it's nice to have a designated container for soil mixtures. I also have a scoop that I use for scooping my soil. I am literally just using the rice scooper that came with my Instant Pot because I don't use it for that purpose. So it's actually perfect because it's nice and narrow, so it makes it very easy to kind of just put the soil in the sides of the pot. So far we got soil pail, scoop for soil, soil mixture, and then the last thing for potting is going to be pots. So I have a plethora of just extra pots around my apartment. We have a lot of terracotta ones that have drainage, and then besides terracotta, I also have some ceramic ones. So this is just a ceramic one, and then I keep pretty much all of the nursery pots that my plants come out of when I repot them, just because if I ever get a cash po that I want to put a plant in and I need to have a nursery pot, I have a variety of sizes here, and there are just some plants that do better in a nursery pot, so I always keep them just in case. Plus they're plastic and I don't know if I can recycle them, and I don't want to send them to landfill, so I'm just going to hang on to them in case I need to use them. And moving on to the second category would be plant support. That sounds kind of silly because I'm not giving like emotional support to my plants, but more on a physical support level. So the first thing that I would say I use for plant support are chopsticks. I get these with, like, if I order poke or if I go to a Chinese restaurant, I just save any extras that I may have. And for smaller plants that just need a little support, like small succulents, I'll just literally stick this in the dirt and they can just lean on this. Otherwise you can tie your plant to this. And that brings me to my next item, which is twine. So this is just jute rope, and I use this to tie my plants to whatever I am fastening them to. There are some plant people that use plant Velcro, so it's just basically like a green strip of Velcro that will Velcro to itself, and some people just like that better. I personally have never bought it. I don't know if I ever will, but I like twine. It works for me, and it's an all-natural product, so I'm very happy with it. And my last item for plant support, actually second to last, I lied. My second to last item for plant support would be moss poles. So this is one that I actually ordered off of Amazon. I'll link it below if you'd like, and I can link the twine as well because I did get that on Amazon as well. But basically this one is made with PVC pipe, and then there's moss around it, and then it's tied together with twine on a wooden stake, and then I can actually, if I get multiple, stick the other one in there and make it taller. So these are really great too, especially for your aeroids that have aerial roots and will kind of grow into the moss pole. They just like it better because it's more of a natural material. Sorry, Anna was like trying to jump off the patio, so I had to go get her. So yeah, those are all the things I use for plant support. Okay, Anna's inside now. She's gonna be pawing at the window, but that's what she gets for trying to jump off the patio, or the balcony, I should say. So the third category of supplies are things that I use for watering. So number one will be a watering can. This is just a metal stainless steel watering can that I got at, I have no idea where I got it. I got it somewhere. It's definitely like rusting on the inside, so it may be better to get one that's painted so it's not rusting. I definitely recommend getting a watering can or some type of watering device that has a narrow spout. This can be particularly important for plants that the leaves don't want to be wet. So for example, like an African violet, if you get the leaves wet and they're wet for extended periods of time, it will mush up and fall off. So you want to use a spout like this so you can get more toward the base of the plant and toward the soil closer so that you're not getting water on leaves of plants that don't like it. Sorry, there's a plane. Oh, just kidding, it's a helicopter. Bye. Anyways, so moving on to the last kind of part of the watering supplies would be saucers or like pans for water. I have terracotta saucers for I think almost every terracotta pot that I have. I also have plastic ones like this, and then like literally I have like plastic plates because anything can work as a saucer as long as it's going to catch the water. And then I also have these cork mats, which I really like the cork mats. The only caveat to these is that if you're watering your plant, you have to kind of let it drain all the way in the sink before you put it on this, because it's not like it's going to absorb that much water and it'll kind of just spill off the sides. But these are very cute. They're very like modern looking. And then this saucer is actually really great for bottom watering. So pretty much all of my plants that I have bottom water, I bottom water in this. I just fill with water and put the plants in. I also sometimes will use baking pans. Just anything that holds water can also be great for bottom watering as well. Moving on to the last category of things, I labeled this category as other because they're just kind of miscellaneous things, but they're all important enough to mention in the video. So number one thing in that category will be humidifiers, but I did actually just order 2 new humidifiers, which I'm very excited about. I'm gonna put one in our bedroom and then one in the main area. A lot of my houseplants, well not a lot, but some of my houseplants are tropical houseplants, which means that they like high humidity. And if I don't give them high humidity, they're going to crisp up and be brown and disgusting on the edges and on the tips of the leaves. It's just not a cute look. So keeping that humidity high can definitely prevent that. And it's just really, I think humidifiers are the best way to up the humidity. And then another item that is kind of just random in that other category would be spray bottles. So either a spray bottle like this, which you can literally get at the dollar store, or one like this, which I got at Whole Foods. So it's just a little glass thing and it's like a little misting top. And these are really great for misting your plants if you're someone who likes misting your plants. Otherwise, these are really, really important for creating solutions for pests. So in this bottle right now, I actually have a solution of 50% water, 50% rubbing alcohol, and then I just put some dish soap in it, and I was using that to kill thrips and spider mites. And then in this little bottle, I have a solution of hydrogen peroxide and water, so it's just 50-50, and I use this to spray on the tops of my plant soil for plants that have mold or mildew growing on the top of the soil, or if a plant has really bad fungus gnats, you can spray this and it'll kill the fungus gnat larvae in the soil. So that was the second and last items for that category of other, was having spray bottles and then solutions for pests. So there are also people who use neem oil for pests, which is a naturally occurring insecticide, I believe. I don't know much about it because I haven't done much research. I actually just ordered some, so I'll let you guys know how that works. Yeah, those are my big items. Anything that I am able to purchase on Amazon, I will link below in the description. Like I said before, there are a lot of other supplies that I use as well. These are just the main ones that I use, and I'll be doing other videos on stuff like my soil mixture and maybe some other supplies I use later on in other videos. If you have any questions about the supplies that I talked about in this video, please let me know in the comments or send me a message. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. It's Ash_the_curly_blonde. And then just one more thing, obviously a lot of these things are items that I bought specifically for my plants, but you can use a lot of household items in place of these. So for example, the potting scoop I use is literally just a rice scoop. So just because it's a rice scoop doesn't mean it isn't perfect for soil. So whatever you can find that's gonna work for you is great. Just use whatever you have, you know? So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching if you have to this point. If you liked the video, please give it a huge thumbs up below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any ideas or requests for future videos, comment below. Yeah, that's it. Thank you again. I'll see you next time. Peace.